3 Money Numbers, written and published by Books Reader. Introduction. The rich elite work from a financial consciousness that most simply don't catch. While everyone is concerned with how much they earn each check, the super wealthy watch 3 very particular numbers that almost guarantee ongoing prosperity. These aren't complex financial statistics needing master's degrees. They're straightforward numbers that show you exactly where you are and where you're going financially. When you keep track of and maximize these 3 key numbers, money simply goes to you instead of away from you. This isn't budgeting or saving. This is learning the mathematical formula that makes money happen automatically. This book uncovers the very numbers that rich folks obsessively follow while everybody else has no idea how significant they are. These observations have empowered thousands to change their financial path. Many finding instantaneous understanding of why money always appear to vanish even with best efforts. The difference between ongoing financial anxiety and ongoing prosperity is often a matter of monitoring the correct figures. Lesson number 1, know your figures, know your riches. Money speaks in numbers, and the ones listening intently create enduring riches. Similarly, a doctor measures your vital signs to know your state of health. 3 key money numbers tell you about your state of finances. These numbers all tie in together to provide a clear picture of where you currently are and where you're going financially. The first vital number is net worth. It is a snapshot of your finances that indicates everything you have versus everything you owe. Your home, vehicle, investments, and savings contribute to your value while credit card loans and mortgages deduct from your value. Wealthy individuals are interested in increasing their net worth, not necessarily their income. They know that wealth is not about the amount of money that comes in, but the amount they retain and accumulate. Cash flow is the second important number. It is the money flowing in and out of your life on a monthly basis. Imagine cash flow as a river. Money comes in through your business, investment, or work, and goes out through bills, expenses, and purchases, and bills, expenses, and purchases, and purchases. Wealthy individuals make sure more money comes in than goes out, thus generating a good cash surplus that can be invested or saved. They closely monitor this figure since it will decide their wealth creation and financial independence. Profit margin is the third number needed. In simple terms, it's the percentage of money you keep from what you earn. If you earn $5,000 a month and save $1,000, your profit margin is 20. Wealthy individuals target high profit margins by living beneath their means and generating more income while spending less. They approach their personal finances as a business, always seeking to maximize this percentage. These 3 figures work together in great ways. Strong cash flow increases your profit margin, which builds your net worth. As your net value increases, it becomes able to produce more cash flow in terms of assets and investments. It is a good cycle that accelerates over time, much like a snowball gathering speed as it travels down a hill. Getting these figures requires some simple mathematics, but it's easier than you'd imagine. Net value calculation is simply adding up everything you own and subtracting your liabilities. Cash flow tracking is writing down all of your monthly income streams and expenditures and then calculating the difference. Profit margin is achieved by dividing your savings by your income and then multiplying it by 100. Wealthy individuals review these figures on a regular basis, using them as their money guide. They realize that increasing wealth has nothing to do with luck or sophisticated tactics. It's more about keeping track of and enhancing these fundamental figures consistently. They make choices based on how their decisions will impact these 3 important statistics. The strength of knowing your numbers goes far beyond merely keeping an eye on them. They indicate trends in your spending habits, point out where you can improve, and enable you to make sounder money choices. They eliminate the emotion and speculation from financial decisions and replace them with hard objective facts. Consider these 3 figures to be your money tellers of truth. They don't concern themselves with your justifications or motives. They just reveal what your actions have yielded. Learning and refining them, you begin to think and behave like rich individuals. You start noticing money opportunities and dangers better, and your financial choices become wiser. Begin now and determine your 3 numbers. Put them somewhere visible where you will see them every day. Observe how they shift every month. Make choices based on how they will influence these numbers. This easy habit distinguishes the money successful from the money struggling. Understanding these numbers makes them your platform for creating enduring wealth. Lesson 2. Track what's important. Money speaks in numbers, but not all numbers are equally important. Just like a doctor pays attention to key signs such as heart rate and blood pressure rather than counting all the hairs on your head, successful individuals target the financial figures that actually affect their wealth. The first step in measuring what matters is recognizing the distinction between numbers that are important and numbers that aren't. Your social media friends, the make of automobile you own, or the square footage of your home may impress, but it does not create wealth. The numbers that count are the ones that have a direct impact on your wealth. Your savings ratio, investment yields, debt-to-income ratio, and monthly cash flow. Wealthy individuals become masters of dismissing financial noise. They are not distracted by flashy advertising, hot investments, or keeping up with the Joneses. Rather, they develop simple systems to monitor the numbers that create wealth. A simple spreadsheet or money app tracking your net worth, expenses, and investment returns is well worth more than complicated systems that track irrelevant details. Establishing beneficial financial goals begins by measuring the correct things. Instead of having goals around spending on high-end items, rich individuals have goals for their rate of savings or growth in passive income. For instance, trying to save 20 of your earnings or earn $1,000 in dividends per month establishes precise, quantifiable goals that construct actual wealth. Everyday money routines make these objectives possible. Successful individuals review account balances each day, examine budgets nightly, and recalculate their net worth every so often. These simple habits instill awareness and catch issues early enough to prevent them from becoming financial catastrophes. Consider it as a check of your car's dashboard while you are driving. You'd like to know if you are running out of gas before you find yourself on the side of the road. Your measurement system does not have to be sophisticated. A notebook in which you record your daily spends, a minimalist app that monitors your investment portfolio, or a monthly check of your bank statements can give you what you need. Consistency and attention to the numbers that make a difference in your wealth are the primary requirements. If you measure the right stuff, financial decisions come to you more easily. You'll immediately know if you can afford to make a purchase, whether an investment will help achieve your objectives, or if your business is progressing in the correct direction. This is the result of having actual numbers, rather than assumptions or wishes, to inform your decisions. The incorrect measurements can take you down costly roads. Concentrating solely on your income could lead you to overlook passive income opportunities. Monitoring solely your credit card balance could conceal increasing debt elsewhere. Measuring what matters means monitoring both good and bad numbers that impact your wealth. Affluent individuals also recognize that money metrics vary over time. What's most significant in your wealth? Your building years may be different from what's vital in retirement. Frequent review and tweaking of your measurement systems guarantee you're continually measuring what's most vital for your given stage of finance. Begin today by determining your top 3 most vital numbers in your life of finance. Monitor these figures daily or weekly, and observe how this consciousness alters your behavior and choices. What gets measured isn't perfection. It's awareness and progress. The mere act of noticing the correct numbers will automatically lead you toward improved money decisions and more wealth. Lesson 3. Income is opinion. Cash flow is fact. The majority of people get hyped when they learn that someone is being paid lots of money or that they've made a large business deal, but they tend to overlook what really counts. Cash flow. Income may appear attractive on paper, but cash flow reveals the true tale of your economic well-being. Think of income as a promise of money, but cash flow indicates the actual money flowing in and out of your accounts. Let us take 2 individuals. Sarah earns $120,000 annually at her corporate salary, but Mike earns $80,000 operating his small business. On the surface, Sarah seems to be doing better. After taxes, however, her high-rise apartment, car loan, and other commitments, she hardly has much money at the end of every month. Mike, however, maintains low expenses and diligently manages his business cash flow. He always has funds for saving and investing, so he is healthier financially even if he earns less. Cash flow is the timing of money movement. You may have excellent paychecks, but if your spending occurs prior to your paycheck, you will be under stress and in danger of overdraft charges. This timing discrepancy results in most high earners continuing to live from paycheck to paycheck. The rich know this rule so well, they concentrate on building steady, dependable cash streams instead of pursuing greater income figures. To enhance your cash flow, begin by monitoring every dollar that goes out and comes in. Employ a basic spreadsheet or banking software to track these transactions daily. Be sure to pay close attention to recurring bills and their due dates, then plan your bill payments according to your income schedule. This small adjustment will make a tremendous impact on your financial stability. Wealthy individuals also make multiple sources of cash flow. They may have rental property offering monthly revenue, dividend, paying stocks, or business investments that yield regular payments. These different sources ensure money comes in erratically instead of one steady paycheck. One of the most common cash flow errors is the confusion of profit with cash flow. A company may have very robust profits, but poor cash flow if clients pay slowly, or if too much money is invested in inventory. The same is true for personal finances. You may be well paid, but badly financed if too much of your money is tied up in illiquid investments or in monthly payments. It takes discipline and focus to develop good cash flow habits. Begin by developing a forecast for cash flow over the next 3 months. Put down projected income and expenditures along with their timing. This drill identifies possible cash deficiencies ahead of time. Next, create a cash cushion to manage timing mismatches between expenses and income. Review the convenience of computerized payments for income and expenses. Automate transfers to savings and investments with each income receipt. That way, you get paid first and have good cash flow habits without needing willpower. Cash flow issues do not usually resolve themselves. They need to be worked on actively and may involve hard choices. You may need to negotiate more favorable terms of payment, cut back on expenses, or devise means of augmenting your ordinary income. The most important thing is to deal with actual movement of funds and not theoretical levels of income. By realizing that income is just a perception but cash flow is fact, you are able to make sounder financial choices. Focus on strengthening your cash flow position, and you'll have less financial stress, more investment opportunities, and more financial freedom. This mindset adjustment makes the difference between the wealthy and the merely paper-rich. Lesson 4: The Wealthy Count. What counts? Rich individuals grasp a simple fact: all numbers are not created equal. They concentrate their energy on numbers that directly affect their wealth creation. While others are distracted by monitoring irrelevant measures, such as their social media following or the make of car they own, wealthy individuals hone in on numbers that matter. Wealthy individuals know their debt. Their ratio of income to expenses intimately. This figure indicates how much of their income each month is spent paying debts. They labor to maintain this ratio low, usually under 36. They know that each dollar paid on debt is a dollar that cannot be invested or used to create more wealth. Return on investment, ROI, directs nearly every financial choice rich folks make. Whether they are thinking about a new business venture, property acquisition, or stock investment, they determine the potential return before putting their money down. They realize that a return of 15 is preferable to a 5 return, no matter how thrilling or in vogue the investment may be. The affluent also monitor their savings rate. The proportion of income they save and invest, as opposed to dissipate. Most strive to save a minimum of 20 of their income, although some save a good deal more. They consider this paying themselves first and take it seriously as much as any other monetary commitment. Asset allocation is also a very important metric tracked by wealthy individuals. They know the value of diversification and track whether their investments are in line with their desired allocation. This could involve holding 60 stocks, 30 real estate, and 10 cash, tweaking these percentages depending on their age and comfort level with risk. Net worth growth rate shows how fast money is accumulating over time. The wealthy follow this figure on a monthly or quarterly basis, not an annual basis. They understand that, properly managed, wealth must grow exponentially, and they look for any decline in this growth rate that would indicate necessary adjustments to their money plan. The rich are also mindful of their passive income percentage. How much they earn sleeping as opposed to what they take home from direct work. They always look for methods to grow passive income via investments, systems in business, and machine-like money streams. Most want passive income to someday surpass their expenses. Tax efficiency is also a high priority number for them. They monitor their effective tax rate and consult experts on how to legally reduce their taxes. They realize that retaining more of what they bring home is equally vital to earning more in the first place. The rich track their individual profit margin, their income rate of return after all bills, taxes, and normal savings. They approach their personal finances as a business, constantly seeking to maximize this margin by increasing income or lowering costs. Others even make monthly profit and loss accounts for their home. The ratio of living expenses is another important metric. How much of their income is spent on living expenses? The rich usually keep this figure low compared to their income, often below 50. This leaves room for investing and seizing opportunities as they come. Whereas others are preoccupied with their credit score or monthly auto payment, the rich focus on these wealth-building metrics. They realize that wealth creation is achieved by monitoring numbers that specifically affect building and growing wealth. They examine these numbers consistently, detect trends early on, and adjust before minor problems turn into major ones. This keen focus on valuable financial metrics is one of the reasons the rich keep getting richer. They measure what matters most. Lesson 5. Financial clarity brings about financial security. Money can be a confusing force that seems to run our lives, but it doesn't have to. When we add clarity to our finances, we gain a sense of security and control that enables us to make smarter choices. Financial clarity is having a clear view of where your money goes, where it comes from, and how it works for you. The initial step toward attaining financial clarity is establishing a simple system to keep your finances in order. This does not have to be complicated. A simple notebook or spreadsheet will do just as well. The only requirement is that you write down every one of your incomes, regular costs, debts, and possessions in one spot where you can quickly access and edit them. Most people are bogged down by their finances just because they don't have this simple organization set up. After you get your financial information in order, you'll begin to see patterns and trends that were invisible to you before. You may find you're spending more money than you realized in one area or two, or that some of your investments are better than others. With this kind of knowledge, you have the ability to make smart choices about money instead of guessing or wishing. Keeping regular record. Confidence is built in managing money. When you exactly know how much money you have, how much you owe, and what your ongoing expenses are, you can approach financial decisions with assurance instead of apprehension. It's based on having actual data to support your decisions, rather than assumptions or feelings about your money. Clarity in finances also avoids expense errors. When your finances are in order and transparent, you're less likely to miss bill payments, overspend, or invest poorly. You can identify potential issues before they get out of hand and address them before they become serious issues. This forward-thinking approach to managing money is one of the key differentiators between those who are accumulating wealth and those who are struggling financially. The peace of mind that is experienced with financial clarity is worth its own. Most individuals lose sleep over money issues just because they do not have a good idea of how their finances stand. When you precisely know where you are in terms of finances, whether the figures are perfect or not, you can plan to better your situation rather than fretting over uncertainties. Financial clarity also facilitates setting reasonable objectives. When you know your present financial situation well, you can make realistic goals for saving, investing, or paying off debt. These goals gain significance since they're grounded in actual figures and not fantasies. You can monitor your progress precisely and correct your plans accordingly. Another advantage of financial transparency is enhanced communication about money with business associates or family members. When you possess transparent financial records and knowledge, you are able to have effective money discussions rather than misconceived arguments. This clarity helps build trust and allows for better joint decision-making about financial matters. Building financial clarity takes time and effort, but the security it creates is worth the investment. Start by gathering all your financial documents in one place. Create simple systems to track your income and expenses. Review your finances regularly. Weekly or monthly is fine for most individuals. Utilize technology tools only if they make you more organized, but do not overcomplicate your finances. Financial clarity does not result from having flawless finances. Financial clarity results from knowing your financial reality clearly. Knowing your financial reality clearly provides the capability to make better choices, take charge of your money, and construct the security you desire. The most successful individuals in the world have crystal clear images of their finances because they understand that clarity is the key to all financial success. Clarity about finance brings financial security since it eliminates the fear and uncertainty surrounding money issues. Where you can see your financial status clearly, you can make decisions with confidence and purpose. Clarity becomes your superpower for creating and sustaining wealth. Lesson 6. Numbers don't lie. Humans do. Money is a language of numbers. And although numbers are truthful, the individuals working with them are not always honest. In finance, manipulation and deception can use complicated numbers and shiny presentation. It is essential to understand this reality in order to safeguard your wealth and make good financial decisions. When you are shown someone's success with money, they may be showing you only the good part and not the bad part. An entrepreneur may boast of earning $1 million in revenue but remain silent about their huge debt and small profit margins. A friend may parade his new high-end vehicle without telling you about the suffocating monthly payment that takes a toll on his budget. The numbers speak the whole truth, but individuals tend to reveal only the portions which cast them in a good light. Learning to identify financial manipulation begins with questioning correctly. When someone shows you big numbers, look deeper. Ask questions about costs, debt, and ongoing expenses. Ask them to show you the entire picture and not only the pleasant bits. Intelligent investors and rich individuals always see beyond surface figures to know the full story. Financial fraud also banks on people's trust and their reluctance to check facts. Bernie Madoff, the mastermind behind the biggest Ponzi scheme in history, got away with it because others believed in his reputation and did not doubt his implausible returns. His figures in his reports were obviously too good to be true, but others wanted to believe. This is why checking financial information is so crucial regardless of who delivers it. To safeguard yourself, always adhere to the trust but verify principle. When it comes to investing money, don't simply accept someone's claim of success. Demand evidence, examine public records, and look at independent sources. If you're offered unusually high returns with no risk, it's a warning sign. All investments carry some degree of risk, and any respectable financial professional will inform you of this fact. Interpreting financial statements correctly allows you to identify possible pitfalls. Seek consistency between the numbers over periods. Abrupt, unexplained fluctuations could indicate issues. Follow up footnotes and fine print since they hold the key information that impacts the larger picture. Compare comparable numbers between periods to identify unusual trends or differences. In your own finances, be frank with yourself about the numbers. Don't pretend not to see credit card bills because you don't want to face the balance. Confront your money reality even when you don't like it. Honest accounting helps you make smarter choices and prevent greater issues down the road. Use accurate records and check them regularly to avoid misleading yourself about your financial reality. Technology assists with confirming and tracking financial data, but it also opens up new opportunities for fraud. Scams online, phony investment sites, and bogus financial apps are very professional. Investigate anything financial you use carefully before trusting it. Look at reviews from trustworthy sources, check for licenses and registrations, and begin with small sums to test the system. Having a network of reliable financial advisors guards you against manipulation. Find experts who communicate well and support asking questions. Great advisors present you with both pros and cons of financial actions. They explain the numbers to you rather than dictating what to do. Above all, they're honest about their charges and how they get paid. Numbers in themselves are meaningless objects. They only become harmful when individuals utilize them to manipulate. By building your financial literacy and having a healthy dose of skepticism, you can employ numbers as they were intended to be used, as roadmaps to sounder financial choices. Be on the lookout, double-check facts, and listen to your gut when numbers appear too good to be true. Lesson 7, follow it to crack it. Money issues are like mysteries that must be unraveled, and following your money is the way to crack the code. Just as a physician must track your vital signs in order to get a sense of your health, you must track your money activity in order to get a sense of your financial health. It is not necessary for tracking to be cumbersome. With today's modern world and technology, most apps and software can handle it for you. Start by picking a method that feels comfortable, whether it's a simple spreadsheet, a budgeting app, or even a notebook. The important part is making it a regular habit, like brushing your teeth or checking your phone. Your system should be centered on your 3 key money numbers: your net worth, cash flow, and profit margin. These numbers reveal the true picture of your financial life. Net worth indicates your overall financial situation. Cash flow indicates your money flow, and profit margin indicates how much you retain from what you make. Develop a personal financial dashboard that presents these numbers in a snapshot form to you. Think of it as your money command center. Just like a car's dashboard shows speed, fuel level, and engine temperature, your financial dashboard should show your current bank balance, upcoming bills, and monthly savings rate. Having this information at your fingertips makes it easier to spot problems early and take action before they grow bigger. Technology can be your best friend in tracking finances. Most banks provide mobile banking apps that can sort your spending for you. These applications can reveal patterns you wouldn't notice, such as dining out or subscription services you didn't remember. Use this information to make smarter money choices. Turn tracking into a daily habit. Take 5 minutes each day reviewing your numbers. Did any unusual charges appear on your accounts? Are your automatic payments processing correctly? Is your spending staying within your planned limits? This daily check, it helps you catch problems quickly and keeps you connected to your money goals. Regular financial reviews help you spot trends and patterns. Take a look at your numbers every week to determine if you're keeping within your budget. Monthly updates allow you to get a sense of larger patterns of spending and saving. Quarterly checks allow you to determine if you're getting closer to meeting your bigger financial goals. Consistent tracking makes money solutions more apparent. You may find you always come up short of cash during the 3rd week of the month, or find that particular seasons are more expensive. This information allows you to plan and prevent cash crunches. It's a kind of financial early warning system. Issues that get monitored get addressed. If you see your grocery bill is too expensive, you can begin meal planning. If your energy bills are increasing, you can seek means of energy saving. Each time you catch an issue by tracking is a chance to make your money better. The best tracking systems expand with you. Keep it simple and gradually add detail as you become familiar with the fundamentals. You may start by only tracking your daily expenditure, then increase investment monitoring, then begin monitoring your net worth increases. Be sure to make it sustainable and useful, not too much. Make tracking a team sport if you have joint finances with someone. Ongoing money conversations with your partner are simpler when you're both able to view the same numbers. It makes money conversations from emotional debates to fact-based conversations regarding what the numbers actually reflect. Tracking is not perfection. It's progress. There are days when you forget to record expenses or review accounts. That's okay. Just resume where you stopped and continue. The imperfect habit of tracking keeps you ahead of the majority who do not track anything. Lesson 8. What gets measured gets better. The mere act of measuring affects the way we behave around it. When we monitor our money closely, we tend to make better money decisions naturally. Consider standing on a scale every day. Individuals who weigh themselves frequently are likely to have healthier weights. The same can be said about our money. Having specific financial goals provides us with goals to reach. Rather than having general goals such as save more money, successful individuals set specific figures. They may put aside $500 each month or cut back on spending by 15 in some categories. The specific targets make it simple to measure progress and remain motivated. Wealthy individuals know that progress involves ongoing measurement and adjustment. They don't simply set goals and abandon them. They review how they're doing frequently and make adjustments when necessary. If they're not meeting their savings goal, they look for expense reductions or ways to earn more. This ongoing feedback loop assists them in staying on course and making consistent progress toward their financial objectives. Setting up improvement goals is most effective when they're realistic and divided into small chunks. Rather than set a goal to save $10,000 over the year, divide it into $833 per month or roughly $28 per day. This makes the goal appear more accessible and allows for easier tracking of progress. Small victories count towards great victories over time. A system for tracking progress effectively is essential. Several affluent individuals utilize spreadsheets or apps to monitor their savings, spending, and investments. They check these figures frequently, usually on a daily or weekly basis. Monitoring them regularly allows them to identify trends and detect issues earlier. They can determine if they are overspending in some areas or if their investments are not doing well. The information we gather through measurement enables us to make more informed decisions. When we monitor our spending, we may realize we're overspending on dining out or subscriptions. Once aware of this, we make better decisions. We may begin preparing more meals at home or ending in used subscriptions. Each of these little adjustments creates huge difference over time. Strategy adjustment based on data is key to achieving financial success. If the figures indicate that some investments are not paying, rich individuals do not hesitate to shift direction. They apply their monitoring systems to discover what is working and what is not. They then make educated choices on how to invest their money and energy. It is only by commemorating financial successes that we will remain encouraged to keep measuring and getting better. When we achieve our savings goal or cut back spending in a trouble area, one must recognize that this is a victory. This positive reinforcement serves to create good financial habits and urge us to continue monitoring our progress. The secret to improvement through measurement is consistency. Rich individuals don't only monitor their finances when they feel like doing so. They make it a routine habit. They recognize that intermittent measurement will not provide them with the insights they require to make significant improvements. Tracking each week enables them to detect patterns and make more informed financial decisions in the long run. Improvement does not necessarily translate to radical changes. Small adjustments that have been tracked with meticulous measurement can, at times, result in important outcomes after a while. One's improvement every week accumulates to significant improvements after 1 year. The trick is to keep measuring, adjusting, and moving in the direction of your financial objectives. By monitoring what is most important in your finances, you build a blueprint for improvement. Each piece of information that you monitor serves as a decision-making tool. These improvements, measured over time, compound into great financial accumulation. The rich know this secret. They are aware that whatever is measured really does get better. Lesson 9. Fortune favors the financially focused. Money comes to those who are mindful of it. This simple principle has led wealthy individuals throughout history. Financial concentration does not mean fixating on every single penny, but establishing a steady sense of your money's motion and expansion. As you have financial discipline and establish strong money habits, you simply draw more wealth-creating possibilities into your life. Building wealth begins with keeping your mind focused on your finances. Consider your money as if it were a garden. It requires regular upkeep, care, and nurturing to grow. Just like a gardener inspects her plants every day, creates watering and fertilizing routines, and maps out different seasons, you need to care for your finances with the same commitment. This does not imply that you spend hours a day poring over numbers, but rather create simple effective routines that keep you in touch with your financial journey. Developing financial routines allows good money habits to be automated. Begin each day by verifying account balances, checking for any pending bills, and monitoring any suspect activity. Allocate an hour a week to revise your budget, monitor expenditures, and review goal progress. Regular monthly review of investment returns, debt reduction performance, and net worth assists in keeping your mind focused on the long term and your motivation strong. Creating wealth with vigilance requires maintaining awareness of opportunity and peril. When you consistently check your finances, you see patterns that others don't. You may see that some expenses are always over your budget, enabling you to correct them before they turn into issues. You may see investment opportunities that meet your objectives or detect fraud before it gets out of hand. Such increased awareness is your financial superpower. Planning financially in the long run becomes more manageable when you stay focused consistently. Rather than making rash money choices out of emotion or impulse, you learn to consider options in light of your overall financial goals. It could mean denying yourself that impulse purchase to invest in your future, or denying yourself that new gadget to improve your skills instead. Each choice becomes more defined when seen through the filter of your financial plan. The financially astute also appreciate the magic of compound interest in time. They comprehend that small, regular actions compound into large outcomes over decades and centuries. This could involve automatically investing a portion of every paycheck, steadily raising your savings rate, or continually learning about managing money. These behaviors may be dull or rudimentary, but they form the bedrock of enduring riches. Maintaining motivation by the numbers involves discovering methods for making tracking finances interesting and rewarding. Other individuals make charts or graphs of a visual nature to show their success. Some establish reward milestones for the achievement of certain financial levels. The most important thing is identifying what works best for you and being consistent even during plateaus or times of market fluctuation. Fortune really does follow those who keep a financial vision. This isn't luck or circumstance, it's about building habits and systems that naturally result in improved money decisions. When you habitually monitor your numbers, stay in touch with your financial situation, and make calculated decisions based on facts and not feelings, you set yourself up for long-term success. The disciplined methodology won't make you wealthy immediately, but it sets the stage for perpetual wealth creation over the long haul. Financial discipline isn't perfection. It's progress. Some days you'll be more focused than others, and that is fine. The idea is to have enough awareness to continue on, make sounder decisions, and stay connected with your long-term financial goal. Your wealth does not come from spasmodic bursts of awareness, but rather from consistent intention over time. Lesson 10. Rich know their numbers daily, the poor yearly. The largest distinction between wealthy and poor individuals is not necessarily how much money they possess. It's not how frequently they glance at their money figures. Wealthy individuals look at their financial information on a daily basis, whereas poor individuals only glance at their figures annually when tax season arrives. This everyday practice is what makes all the difference in accumulating and maintaining wealth. Consider professional athletes who weigh themselves daily or track their performance after every exercise. They understand that being one step ahead of their game is keeping their eyes on the details every minute. Money behaves similarly. When you review your figures every day, you catch issues before they're huge and grab opportunities when they're hot. A daily money review does not take hours. Wealthy individuals typically spend around 10 minutes in the morning reviewing 3 key things: how much money they have, what bills are due, and how their investments are progressing. This fast check assists them in making wise decisions during the day. They may avoid an unnecessary expenditure because they remembered that their cash was running low, or they may seize a good investment opportunity because they knew exactly how much money they had to spend. Mostly, affluent individuals begin their day by looking at their bank balances, credit card debt, and investment portfolios on their phones. They tend to use applications that present all of their numbers in one location. This morning ritual is as second nature to them as flossing their teeth. They don't let problems come to them. They seek out problems before their catastrophes. The poor tend to not look at their numbers because they're afraid of what they'll see. But that's like not going to the doctor when you're ill. It just makes it worse. Checking numbers every day may be awkward at first, but with practice, it gets easier. And there is no nicer feeling than watching your numbers get better and better over time, and it keeps you motivated. Rich people also use their daily checks to look for patterns. They look for things such as which days they spend the most money when they have their largest bills due or which investments are doing well. It assists them in making more effective plans and preventing money woes before they occur. They're playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, planning ahead a few moves instead of merely responding to what is immediately in their faces. Daily money checks also assist wealthy individuals with maintaining enthusiasm for their long-term goals. When you watch your investment account increase even a bit every day, it makes you keep on making wise decisions. It is much like tending to a garden. The adjustments are tiny each day, but accumulate into something substantial over time. The nice part is that anyone can develop this habit. You don't have to be wealthy to review your numbers every day. In fact, making this review is part of the process of becoming wealthy. Begin by reviewing your bank account balance in the mornings. Include reviewing your credit card balance and your investments. Record these amounts down or use an app to keep track. Before long, you will begin noticing trends and possibilities that you never caught before. Rich individuals approach money as a business. No successful businessperson waits until tax season to find out how their business is performing. They monitor their numbers daily and make rapid adjustments when necessary. Your own finances are worth the same attention. Awareness each day brings improvement each day, and improvement each day results in permanent wealth. Your future wealth is a result of the routines you establish today. Bringing daily money checks into your routine is one of the greatest routines you can establish. It's the distinction between driving with your eyes wide open or driving blind. When you're aware of your numbers, you can navigate toward success rather than relying on hoping you don't.